So please confirm if you can see my screen.
Visible enough.
Okay, so now we are talking about the vendor account groups. Okay, so as we discussed yesterday, vendor account group controls the number range and script and field selection control, partner profiles, one-time vendor, okay, and vendor sub-range, right? So let's see how we can do that. Okay, so we can go directly OMSG. OMSG is a transaction code for vendor master record, or if you want to go in the SPRO, you can go in the SPRO also. Okay, so SPRO, SAP reference IMG, okay, logistic general. In logistic general, now we are talking about the vendor, right? So business partners, vendors, and control, and here defined account groups for the field selection control. Okay, so as we said that we have the different account groups, so 0001, 0002, 0003, 0004, like we have till 0099. Okay, we can use this one and we can create our customized vendor account group. Okay, so or we can use the same vendor account group also. Okay, so let's see what are the controls vendor account groups. What are the controls will do? So the first one is number range. Okay, so for every master record, okay, if it's suppose metal master record or it is vendor master record, so that there was a separate transaction code to maintain the number ranges. So here we have the OMSJ. Okay, OMSJ is the number range maintenance for the vendor master record. Or if you want to go here, you can go in the here also in the defined number range for the vendor master record. Okay, so this is the transaction code for directly you can go OMSJ, or you can use this part also. As we said, right, SPRO, F5. So the configuration, everything it will be done in the SPRO level. Okay, so let's go to number range first. Okay, here first you need to define the interval. What is the number range you want? Okay, so let's say I just click on insert line. Okay, and I just creating that interval. Suppose let's say 99 interval, 99 interval, and I just need to create the number range here. So which should not be overlap. Okay, so the whatever we defining number range, it should not be overlap from the existing number range. Okay, so here if you see that there are so many number ranges which is defined already. Okay, how we know? Okay, you click on the free intervals here, so it will display that what are the free intervals which is there we can display. Okay, so somebody did not use the from 1 to 9999 series, so let me take this series. Okay, so we'll take this number series from here. Okay, and we'll define the number range here. So this is the number range which is 1 to 9999. Okay, this is the interval number, and if you want to define as external number range, you can select this one, or if it is internal number range, you can take this is the you should not select this checkbox. Okay, so what is the difference between internal and external? If it is external, then you need to enter the manually what number range which is defined. If you not selected this one, then it is external number range. Sorry, internal number range. System will give sequentially 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 like that. It will be given. Okay, let's this is the created, right? 07. Now you need to assign your vendor account group. That number interval you need to assign to your vendor account group. So we'll create one vendor account group as well. How to create this one? Define account groups from the field selection control. Select any of the what type of the vendor account group if you want to create. You can select that and click on copy as button. Click on copy as button. Okay, and remove this one. Enter what account group we want to create. Suppose I just want to create that vendor account group like ZABC. Okay. So then what do you mean by number vendor? So if you want to define for the particular anything domestic vendor or it is import vendor or freight vendor or something like, you can write that okay, domestic vendor. Okay. So if in India, okay, like you can define that. Okay. Then enter and save. Okay. Now we copied and we created a customized vendor account group. By using this vendor account group, you can create the vendor master record. Okay. Now for this, what we are doing, I am trying to assign the number range which I define now. Go to number range here, click on position. Okay. Enter your ZABC vendor account group, and here you need to assign that your number range. What is the number range interval which you define? 07, right? So let's see, it is not saved, and let's see, go back. I think I didn't save that. Let's go back. Okay, it is not saved. Let's go again. Three intervals, we can select that. Okay, this is the selection. Enter and save. Now it's saved. Now I can see 07 is the my number range interval. So let's go to ZABC and assign your number range interval here. So now 07 it is the which is created. Now whatever the vendor master record number which is created with using this vendor account group, it will be start with this number series, which is a 1 series. Okay, let me try that how it will be work now. So the vendor master record creation transaction code is XK01. Okay, so now I'm just entering that vendor account group. Okay, ZABC which I created. Okay, now let me try with the company code which is standard company code. Okay, now now I'm just creating okay ABC vendor. Okay, ABC and India. So whatever the mandatory fields which is required, I just filling that. Okay, and reconciliation account. So let's tax table and A1. Okay, payment terms. So whatever the mandatory fields which I'm filling that. Okay, enough. Now I'm just saving this vendor now. Okay. So let's go. This is the mandatory fields. Okay. So this partner number is mandatory. Let me try it a different way. Let me try again. So this is the given like mandatory field. So we cannot save now. We have to change the partner function first. Okay. So let me change the partner function also. There is a problem with it. We just copied from the existing one, right? So for that vendor account group, the partner functions are the mandatory, but it is the given like display mode. What I will do, I will change first the partner functions. Okay, so let me remove first this one. That we will discuss now this partner functions again. So now for creation of the vendor master record, I'm just removing this one. Okay, XK01. Again, I'm just creating that. Okay, ABC vendor. Now it is removed, right? Now I just trying to save. Okay, so this account number 1, which is the vendor number, okay, because this number we are trying to create right now, okay. So might be in the database level, it is already there, but somebody they are deleted. Might be they deleted from the existing one. So let me try in the some different number. Okay, now it will be try for the set 2, account number 2. So what it will be happen sometime, okay, the vendors will be created in the already created in the system, but it is a practice server, right? So they might be deleted in the number range series NRI table level. See here. So there is a problem with the number range. So let me check that what are the number ranges which is already defined. Okay. So 1, 2. If you see this here, we have already so many number ranges which is already there. So let's try. So 1, 2, 5 is there. 3 it is not there. Okay. So let me try again. Now one more vendor number. Okay. Now the system will take 3, right? Okay. So let me check that whether it will be saved or not. So you will get this type of the problems when you practicing the practice server. Why? Because there are so many people that are trying in the different ways. They are deleting and they are creating now. See now it's created. Why? Because in the database level, now in the database level, the vendor tree it is not there. Okay. So now that's why it is trying now. It is allowing to create tree. Now we created ABC vendor, right? This vendor you can see this one. Clear? So the sequence which is taking from the what we define in the number range. So OMSJ, whatever the number ranges which we define here, the number series which is, okay, that number series it will be taken. So that is the external number range, internal number range. If you selected the external number range, then you have to enter the manually the number range. If you selected the internal number range, then the system will take automatically whatever you define from the number range interval. Okay. So here we define, so the number range, internal number range or external number range. So this is we discuss now, right? We discussed, right? And we can define number range interval whatever you required, which is we should be free intervals, right? Now the third option is one-time vendor. Okay. So if you go to OMSG, so if I just go to my ZABC vendor, okay, my vendor account group, just double click on that. So you need to go select this one, click on details. Okay. Then here if you see that there is a checkbox, you can see in the top the number range which is defined. Okay, the interval here. Now one-time account. Okay, so as I discussed yesterday, what is the one-time vendor? So this is the duplicate vendor we can use for the emergency purpose when you are buying from the outside. Okay, so it is not necessary every time the vendor master record need to create for the every vendor. So depends on our client. Okay, if it is a emergency, we are buying from the outside and we don't want to maintain that vendor master record, then you can go with a one-time vendor. Okay, so now I just if I select this one-time vendor, what will be happen? Okay, what will be happen? Whenever you create a purchase order, okay, you can enter the vendor address manually. It will not capture from the vendor master record. Suppose today the same vendor number I can use for the local wala heritage foods. Tomorrow I can use the same number for the Ratnadeep, and day after tomorrow I can use for same for the spares. So uh, when these are the not regular vendor, I don't want to maintain the any vendor master card for these all the vendors. So I can use one-time vendor. So that is a duplicate vendor. So this checkbox, if you selected, whatever the vendor number which is created with this one, it is duplicate vendor. It's not a regular vendor. It's one-time vendor. We can say like one-time vendor. Okay. So this is the control here, one-time account. So we call one-time vendor. Okay. One-time account vendor. This is the one control. Now, what is the fourth control? Vendor sub-range. So I already defined this vendor sub-range, right? Yesterday we discussed about vendor sub-range. When you need multiple purchasing data. Multiple purchasing data is nothing but like, okay, if you go to XK01, okay, if you have the vendor, if you want to create a vendor master record, let's say, let's create one more vendor master record. Like suppose, let's say I have a vendor like vendor, let's say hero showroom. Okay. Okay. Now this is hero. No, it is there in India. Okay, the main vendor is there in India. Okay. Now, if you see this, this is the accounting data. Now coming to the purchasing data, if you see that in the top heading, vendor, create vendor purchasing data. Okay, if you need different ranges, different sub ranges, nothing but like if you want multiple purchasing data for the same vendor, that means if suppose when click on sub range, okay, let's say first enter the NR, then click on vendor sub range. Now let's say if it is US, then okay, I'm just creating one vendor sub range which is for the US region. Just writing like this one, and let's say I have Europe also. Let's say yes. Okay. Let's say Europe. Okay. Now Europe region. Now what I can do for each sub range, for each vendor sub range, I can create. I'm going to change button. Okay. Vendor XK01, and this is 4 it is created. Now go to purchasing data. The purchasing data, when I just go to US, okay, I can click on the okay language, different languages I can create. Okay, again, if I just select this one, okay, let's go to okay. Just click on select this one, yes, and click on the purchasing data here. Where is the purchasing data here? Here, purchasing data is there. Just click on purchasing data. Now I can enter the USD. Currency is a USD. Okay. So that means for the same vendor, okay. Now I can maintain the different currencies. Okay. So let's again I'm going to this here. Okay. And euro. Okay. And just click on different data here. Okay. And select the vendor sub-range here. What is the vendor sub-range? US. Okay. Now yes number under which plant. So you can select the what data you want to maintain here. Okay. Enter. Now I'm just maintaining here USD. In the range. Okay. Now I'm also trying to create one more, which is euro, which we created. Just select the euro from here. Okay, I'm just entering this one, and I just want to plan to create one more purchasing data. Okay, now it's euro. Now save this one. Now go to display of the vendor master record and go to purchasing data. In this purchasing data, okay, if you see that when you select this number, this one currency, okay, sorry, when you created this US region, Okay, for the vendor sub-range. So this USD will be the different currency, USD. Okay, when I just select Europe, again Europe code is the different currency. You can see right now. Okay. Did you get it or not? Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Did you get it or not?
I get it.
Okay. Now you see that I can see that three purchasing data which is created. One. Okay. One is INR. Okay. If you go to a different data, when I just select the US region, okay, the purchasing data will be USD. Okay. When I just select the Europe region, okay,
Yes.
this purchasing data will be the Euro. So that means the same vendor number, I can create the multiple currencies, multiple purchasing data. So the concept it is like, okay, if you require multiple purchasing data for the same vendor, you can use vendor sub-range and intent multiple purchasing information. Multiple purchasing information, like example, you can maintain multiple currencies for the same vendor with different number, with different sub ranges, right? So it is not only for the currency, you can use for the terms of payment, you can use for the incoterms, okay, all you can use. Okay, clear?
Clear.
So this is the purpose of the vendor sub-range. So whether system should be allow vendor sub-range or not, how we know? So you need to, in the vendor account group level, if you go to vendor account group level, select the vendor account group and click on details. Here there is a vendor sub-range relevant button. If you not selected this one, then it will be gray out. So you cannot create a vendor sub-ranges. Multiple vendor purchasing data cannot be possible. It's not possible. If you select this one, then only the vendor sub-range will be activated. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now again coming to the plant level relevant data. Plant level relevant data. Plant level relevant data is nothing but like a, okay, you can create your data, okay, indicate, okay, that data can be kept in the vendor master record at plant level. Okay, so each plant level it is a different purchasing data, then you can maintain the plant level relevant data. So I said yesterday, if you have the two plants, one is Delhi, one is Hyderabad, the vendor data information will be different for the Hyderabad and vendor data information is different for the Delhi, then you can maintain this plant relevant data, plant level relevant data, so that you can maintain the plant. So now I'm just selected this one. Now let's go to the vendor master record, how it will be work. Go to SK01. Or you can go to SK0, let's try with SK02, okay, and purchasing data, go to purchasing data and click on the different data, okay, and click on the US region. Now create, okay, now create, we'll go for the plan data, right? So go back, this is under separate. This is already created, right? We'll go with the SK01, we'll go to create one, SK01. Just creating the vendor, dummy vendor. Now click on the different data. Okay. Okay. So here you can select that what is the vendor subrange, and you can select that this vendor range different plant data. Okay, see each and every plant level you can maintain one data here. Okay, now suppose now I'm just entering 1000 here. Okay, and purchasing data. Now purchasing data level, if I just see that, okay, CFR, cost freight rate. So you need to pay cost freight rate. Okay, now enter. Okay, now go back. Now click on this one. Now let's save this one first. Okay, so again the 5 it is already there. Now let's create again one more time. This is practice hour, right? Sometime the number will be skipped. Okay, so don't worry about that. It is already there. Okay, now currency it is there. Now different data I'm just creating that. First what we'll do, we'll create sub range. Okay, then for the sub range, we'll create a different data. Now I'm just entering a yes. Now my plant is 1000. Okay, and I have plant 1000, and now purchasing data will be different now. Okay, so now you can see that before that we don't have plant here, but now you can see plant here. So this vendor, when we are using vendor sub-branch US, and particularly for the 1000 plant, okay, I'm just planning saying like a CFR. Okay, so CFR is the cost freight rate. Okay, now enter and save. Now you can see that if you see here, go to vendor change. Okay, now click on this one. Now I'm just selecting here. Okay, and click on the purchasing data. You can see CFR it is updated. Okay, now what we'll try, we'll create one more thing, one more which is with different data. Okay, now I will create one more which is with the same US. Okay, now but it is for the 1100 plan, and I'm selecting the purchasing data. Now I'm just mentioning here. Okay, the currency will be the suppose USD, and the Incoterms will be the free charge. Okay, free cost. Okay, now free cost of free cost rate freight. Okay, now I'm just creating this one. Sorry, you have to be existing one, right? Let's say take whatever the existing Incoterms it is there. So EXW we can take, or free. Where is the free? Okay, free FCA. Okay, I'm just taking the FCA. Okay, now I saved. Now see, now we created two kind of the plant data information. First one, when I just go to different data, when I just select this US, okay, go to this one, then it is a CFR. Okay, when I just select the second one, the purchasing information, again it will be a free cost. Okay, that means this is from 1000 plan and this is for the 1100 plan. So the same vendor sub range, if you, okay, multiple plan data information also you can maintain. Clear?
Is clear, Anna.
Okay. Did you observe the difference here? When I just select this one, when I just select this vendor sub range, this is the plant. Okay, this is the plant 1000 plant. When I created a purchase order with this vendor sub range US, okay, for the plant 1000, then the freight cost is the, you have to pay amount to the freight cost. If suppose I selected same vendor sub range, but it is from the 1100 plant, then this is the freight cost of the freight. That means you don't need to pay any freight cost for that. Okay. So like you can maintain the different purchasing data. It is not only for the Incoterms, it's not only for the order currency, it is not only for the terms of payment, whatever the data information which is there here, you can create. So purchasing group will be, we can create a multiple purchasing group. We can create multiple market part controllers, plan delivery time, everything it will be different. Clear? So if you need this option, plan data information, plant relevant information, okay, you need to be activate this plant level relevant data. So that was the one control here. Okay, so maintain purchasing data, maintain data at each plant level. Okay, yeah. Now let's go to the sixth one, field selection control. What is the field selection control? Which field is mandatory and which field is optional and which field is high you can do. Okay, so this is the suppose we have let's take one example of the any of the from here, any of the vendors from here. Okay, that's creating that. Now the name is mandatory, search term is mandatory, and the country is mandatory, right? So what I will do, okay, I don't want the search term is a mandatory. Okay, let's keep it as a optional, this one. My client is asking that I don't need to, this is a mandatory field, so just keep it as a optional. Okay, so what I will do, I will go to vendor account group. First I need to check that vendor account group, what is the vendor account group. So, and go to OMSG. Okay, it is also open. Let's try the OMSG. Okay, this is open, right? So let's go to OMSG. Okay, and go to my vendor account group. Where is my vendor account group? ZABC. Okay, select this one. Click on the details. Now, if you see here, field status is there. If you can see here, there is a field status button is there. Okay, down you can see general data, company code data, purchasing sub-range data, purchasing plan data. So, in which area you want to be, select the fields. Which area you want to be fields, mandatory, optional, and hide. Okay, so my requirement is under address tab. I don't need a search term as a mandatory field. It is optional or hide. So click on the general data here and click on the address tab and check that where is the sort term here, search term. Okay, if you didn't find in the initial screen, click on the arrow mark down. There is arrow marks down in the top. Click on that and see here where it is the search term. Okay, here also it is not there. Then go to next time. Okay, and go to, just click on anywhere. Where is search term? Okay, here system is there. Sorry, okay, system is there. Okay, okay. What you need to do? You need to select this optional, required, or mandatory. Okay, this is system B. Come on, go back. Let me check again. Let's see in the communication. No. And control. No, this is different system. Okay. And payment transaction. Let's be trying the address tab only. Address tab. Okay, this is system. Sorry, this is system B, and this is system A. Okay, this one. So it is a required option, right? What I will do, I will just remove this one from the required to optional, and save. Okay. Now, when you created a vendor master card now, vendor master card with the same vendor account group, okay, ZABC, and just click on that. Okay. Before that, the system is mandatory. Now the system is not mandatory. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
The system 1, 2, AB. So the fields like AB. Okay. So that's why we just confuse that. This is in the top, which is search for system 1, and this is system B. Okay. If you put this is also mandatory, then again that field also will be activated. Okay. Now clear? Now see here, system B will be wherever the field it will be there, it will be activated there. Clear? Any doubts? Any doubts?
No, search term ఇప్పుడు రాలేదు కదన్నా mandatory.
Mandate పెట్టలే కదా, సిస్టమ్ బేస్ 1 కదా.
Okay.
సిస్టమ్ B ని పెట్టాను నేను, సిస్టమ్ A పెట్టలేదు నేను. So you need to select that system A. Okay, if you select the system required A, then if you go to again, then it will become as a mandatory. Now it's coming as a mandatory.
Okay.
Okay, that is a different field. Okay? And what you need to understand here, okay, what you need to understand here, if you need to extend the data, suppose you want to maintain the large database, then click on here plus button and you can maintain the street for district, different city, postal, all this information you can enter. In the same way, we can maintain that fax number, tax number, email address, everything we can maintain here. Okay.
Okay.
The same way we can, if we maintain the name, we can maintain the name also in the top level, the highest. Okay. If it is large one, you can maintain this. Okay. So this is the control. Okay, you can select any data, company code data, or it is purchasing data, plan data, purchasing plan data, all anything you can select, and you can mention that okay, this is a mandatory field. Okay, so that is the control of the field selection control. Clear?
స్టార్టింగ్ లో అన్న ఇప్పుడు మనం క్రియేట్ చేసేటప్పుడు ఫస్ట్ 2 ఐటమ్స్ తీసుకోలేదు కదా, 1 2 3 సెలెక్ట్ అయింది. స్టార్టింగ్ క్రియేట్ చేసేటప్పుడు వెండర్ 1 2 సేవ్ అవ్వలేదు, ఆల్రెడీ క్రియేట్ అయిన వచ్చింది కదా. అంటే మనం ఇంటర్నల్ తీసుకోవడం వల్ల అలా వచ్చిందా, లేకపోతే ఇంటర్నల్ నెంబర్?
ఇప్పుడు మనం డిఫైన్ చేసినప్పుడు ఏం పెట్టాం అంటే 1 నుంచి తీసుకో అని చెప్పాం సిస్టమ్ కి. అవునా, 1 2 3 4 అలా తీసుకోమని చెప్పాం. అందులో నువ్వు ఎక్స్టర్నల్ నెంబర్, ఇంటర్నల్ నెంబర్ రేంజ్ మెయింటైన్ చేస్తావు. ఎక్స్టర్నల్ నెంబర్ రేంజ్ మెయింటైన్ చేయకుండా ఇంటర్నల్ నెంబర్ రేంజ్ మెయింటైన్ చేస్తావు. సిస్టమ్ ఏం చేస్తుంది, సీక్వెన్స్కి 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 అలా క్రియేట్ చేసుకుంటూ వెళ్తాడు. ఓకే, సో ఎవరో ఇంతకుముందు ఆల్రెడీ ఈ వెండర్ నెంబర్స్ క్రియేట్ చేసి ఈ నెంబర్ సిరీస్ని డిలీట్ చేశారు డేటాబేస్లో.
ఓకే ఓకే.
అందుకని ఏంటంటే డేటాబేస్లో ఏమైందంటే వెండర్ రికార్డ్ నెంబర్ ఉండిపోయింది. ఓకే, బట్ టేబుల్ లెవెల్లో మాత్రం నంబర్ రేంజ్ మారిపోయింది. క్రియేట్ అవ్వలేదు, ఆల్రెడీ డూప్లికేట్ అయిపోయింది కదా. సో అలా, సో దిస్ వాజ్ వన్ థింగ్. ఓకే, now the next one is partner determination. Okay, partner determination has a share, right? Partner determination. So here this is the biggest topic, partner determination process. Okay, if you selected your partner determination here at the purchasing organizational sub-range level, plant level. Okay, if you select here, then based on your partner determination configuration, the system will restrict the partners. Okay, so if you see that L1 is there, L2 is there, L3 is there, L4 is there. Okay, ID1 is ID. So like you have the different partner, you can define own partner process also you can define. Okay, let me try this one. If I select this ID1, what it will be happen? Okay, so I don't know what is there. Okay, I don't know for this ID1 what it is defined in the partner determination. I don't know. Okay, so but I just selected this one. Okay, for testing purpose, I'm just creating SK01. Now I'm just typing that my vendor master record. Okay. My target here it is to checking the partners, right? So that's why I'm not entering all the data properly. Okay. So hope you understand. Okay, now and just enter wherever the mandatory fields which is there, I'm just selecting and use. Okay, now if you see that, okay, in the partners, okay, VN is there, EP is there, IP is there. So what I can do, I can select that vendor VN, okay, and enter. Okay, and partner number, you need to enter the partner number. So let's try with a tree. My partner number, which is already created tree, I'm just entering the tree vendor. Tree is the partner. Okay. Okay, so not allowed to Venkatesh. So the partner determination, if you not properly define, okay, then you will get this type of the all the problems. Okay, so that's why I said, right, we don't know what it is created, right? So what it is created in the partner determination. So that was a separate topic. Okay, so now what will be happen? This is the we are getting this problem. Okay, so what you can do now, you need to check that partner determination. Where we can check the partner determination, that is a separate topic. Let's I will show you that where it is, but not I will not go with the configuration for that. Okay, SPRO, SAP reference IMG. Okay, and go to material management. Just a moment. Yeah. So here let's go to partner determination functionality. So let's go to purchasing. Let's try in the purchasing. This was a separate topic, partner determination. Okay, in this partner determination, you need to define the partner roles. So like we have standard VN, so different partners we have. So here you can define your own partner determination, partner profile, partner roles. Okay. So from vendor side, we have vendor VN. Okay, and we have ordering address OA. Read that OA. We have ordering address OA and the goods supplier GS. So these are all related to MM. Okay, so the same partner functions, they are your partner roles can be used by SD consultant. SD consultant, they have the separate roles, ship to party, sold to party, like that. Okay, so from our side, we can know about that. What are the we have again invoicing presented by IP. Okay, and invoice presented by and alternative pay. So like we have different vendor roles. This is separate topic, but I just want to show you. Okay. Now in the vendor master record, if you go to partner schemas, so we selected the IDE1, right? This IDE1 partner function profile. Here, if you see that, okay, they have selected that. Okay, different vendors. So let's say if it is mandatory, I can select a mandatory, like if it is invoice presented, it's mandatory. Okay, if you selected no change, then system will not allow to do the any changes in the this field. Okay, and forwarding agent. Okay, if you select like this one, what will be happen when you creating the vendor master record by using the vendor account group, wherever it is assigned this ID one. Okay, it will be restricted that okay, you need to enter the vendor number is mandatory. We partner V and partner IP, you need to enter all these things are the mandatory. Okay, clear? Now again in the assign partner schemas here, you can also assign here. Okay, what is my vendor account group? ZABC, right? So ZABC, I just entering my ZABC and I can assign my partner schemas here. Okay, so we already assigned in the OMSG, right? So that's why it is showing here IDE1, IDE2. So like it is displaying. Okay, so you can assign here also, and you can assign in the OMSG also. So both it is possible. Okay, you can do here and you can do there also. Clear?
Yeah,
So
clear.
OMSG level also you can do it. So that is the screen OMSG. So here also you can assign directly, and you can also assign here also you can assign. Now let me try now. We assign something, right? So how it will be behave? So let's create that now. My assumption that okay, my partners all it is mandatory. Okay. Now what I'm trying to create here, I'm just creating that vendor master record with I have to assign the partners here. So let's try to create. Okay. So this is a duplicate which you already entered with the same information. So let's create again that. Uh, Okay, now see here. Before that it is not displaying, right? Now I just put that these are all mandatory fields. That's why it is coming with the all the mandatory fields. Okay, so if the invoice for this vendor, okay, invoicing presented by is 3, okay, and forwarding agent is 1, okay, like goods supplier is 2, okay, and so like you can define whatever whatever you want you can define here, okay. So whatever the in the 1000 which is created now, what is the number which is going 6, right? We created 6. But that vendor is definitely that vendor is defined for the 1000 purchase organization. It should be defined in the 1000 purchase organization. Whatever the purchasing organization you are taking, whatever the vendors which you are taking, you need to be entered the. It is defined under the purchasing organization 1000. So let's try enter the any purchasing any vendor which is created under purchase organization. So let's take any of the vendor. Suppose this is ABC vendor. This is ABC vendor is my regular vendor. Just I'm selecting that my regular vendor is a ABC vendor. Okay. Now I'm just selecting that and enter. So this vendor's account group partner roles not allowed for the vendor's account group. Okay. So here what we need to do, we'll try to do changes, right? So you already entering this vendor is a mandatory, right? So I will remove this VN as a mandatory. Why? Because we are creating main vendor, right? Let's try with remove the partner functions. We'll remove the VN as a mandatory field. Where is this? Where is this material management here? In a partner determination, what I will do, I will try to remove this one. So this vendor mandatory I will remove. Let's try now. Why? Because we are creating main vendor, right? So when you create main vendor, okay, in the main vendor you are assigning the partners, right? So VN is the main vendor, right? So what I will do, I will remove this one. Now will try this again. So this is a this is a different process, partner determination. So how there are so different steps we need to create. Partner roles we need to create. Partner roles assigned to vendor. Okay. Now VN is gone. So what I will do, I will assign like 1, 2, and 3. Good supplier is not allowed for vendor account to pass. Why? Why getting this problem? That's why we have to do proper configuration. So what I need to say here, okay, whatever you define partners here, based on this partner only, it will be work here. Okay, so you need to do all the settings here properly. Okay, permissible to account group. So here what you need to do, define the permissible group. Might be in the GS it is not defined. Let's see this GS which is not defined for the ZABC. So that's why it is not allowing. Okay, see here we don't have that one. So let's copy this one and existing GS and ZABC. Let's try with other. Okay, let's copy and save. Now we'll try again. Okay, let's save this one first. Now it's saving. Okay, so it is not allowing. Okay, now we created the vendor number. Now we have created the vendor number here with a different partners. Okay, now you can see the partners also. Partners defined. Okay, the partner functions you can see that. Okay, this is the main vendor. Okay, this is the main vendor 7, but the partners are the invoicing presented. Means the vendor invoice we will receive from the vendor 1, forwarding agent. The freight vendor will be 2, goods supplier, supplying from the vendor 3. Right? Clear?
Clear.
Okay. So this is the partner determination is not small topic. It is everything we need to do in the proper way. So that's why we need to maintain first partner roles, and we need to maintain that assigning that partners roles to the account group. Okay, all these things we need to do here, or else the system will give the error message. If you see that, so we facing so much trouble, right, while creating, because this partner functions which is not defined properly, right? So that's why we also not able to properly define the VN also. Let's try with VN also. Right. So now I defined the VN also. So now the system will allow for the VN as well. So like you need to do the partners. Whether this vendor account group should be allow the partners or not. Okay, which there or which vendor account, which vendor partner. So which partner role need to assign for vendor account group. Okay. So these are all controls in the vendor master record. These are all controls in the vendor master record. So these are what are the vendor account group controls the vendor master record? Number range, internal number range, external number range, one time vendor account group or not, vendor sub range, plant level relevant data, field selection control, partner determination. Clear?
Yeah, clear.
So this is the way we can control. So based on these all factors, the vendor master record you can control. So either whether these fields are mandatory or whether this number range is required. Tomorrow, my client is asking that okay, whatever the we are creating vendor numbers with using this vendor account group, the number series should be start with a 2 series, 3 series. Then you can define that number range.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay then. Any doubts today class?
No, no. During practice, if there any doubts will come, I'll ask tomorrow.
Oh, sure.